What the f? I'm just this innocent Chinese Vietnamese guy trying to find myself in the world. And this angry Korean guy comes out of nowhere.
Gather around. Anthony never forgives.
And welcome back to a very Kinjaz episode of The Careful Boys, where today we finally have Mr.
Still a little bit Quest Crew, sorry.
Yeah, me and...
Hey Ken, can you cut that out, periodic sky? Welcome back to a very Kinjaz episode of The Careful Boys. Shout out Quest Crew, like I want to be inclusive.
Thank you.
What's up Ken, behind the camera, doing the anyways. And we have Mr. Michael Song.
Wow. Wow.
The one and true founder of Kinjaz.
Thank you.
The only founder of Kinjaz.
Can't believe there was only one.
What was it like when the idea for Kinjaz just hit you in the head? Like, what was it?
Yeah.
Walk us through that. Walk us through the whole thing.
It's so refreshing. I've always wanted to like be in this space to like, you know, like on the Kinjaz. No, well, just on the Kinjaz side, Anthony's usually like ragging on everyone. Right? Really? So to come here and instantly feel that, and I just wanted to have like be an eyewitness and see it in person.
Oh wait, Anthony is ragging on everybody.
He rags on everybody. Yeah. He is the habitual line crosser.
Yeah. I don't know, such a big bully over there.
And so when he comes here, he gets set straight. We give you guys payback.
But I feel like you guys also sharpened his knife. I gotta give him props too.
Oh, too good. No.
That's really sweet.
Like he's a
bad boy. He's a bad boy, huh?
Yeah.
It's
like you guys have strengthened him as well.
No.
You bully.
Do you think he's come a long way since? Like,
Guys, can we make this about Mike? Huh?
Let's talk about this.
He's here to give the beans on.
Has he come a pretty long way since he first got into Kinjaz and you let him in?
Yeah. Like his dance and his roasting and everything got better.
Honestly, I think since he came to JK, I have to give him mad props.
Oh, really? Because he's more disciplined now, huh?
Dude, look, Anthony's quiet. He don't like it, dude. This is uncomfortable.
I'm just busting a nick, dude. I just want to deflect everything about the situation.
Dude, we don't, cause I'll say this: when we come on the show, we don't really get to have anyone say nice things to Anthony.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So this is nice. Yeah, except for Bart too.
Yo, you're the one that fucking started the roast fest on Anthony.
Yeah. So it's nice to, you know, have someone that's very close to Anthony give him flowers.
Bart was the one that fucking started it.
Yeah, he really has gone sharper. I was thinking about this last night. He was hosting Vibe, which Ryan was.
Oh yeah.
And I'm seeing each progression of his hosting, and I'm like, oh snap! It's like gradually turning more into like a stand-up.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this one there was like some material prepped. A lot of on-the-spot stuff for sure.
Reflexes.
Yeah, it's sharp.
When I saw the stories of him holding the mic and he had like a card in his hand or a phone in his hand, I was like, this guy, whatever, dude. I was like, this guy looks like a stand-up. Like the way he's holding the mic, and I was like,
The stand-ups have iPads in their hands.
Sometimes they do when they're reading like, all right, let me try this joke out. And then, you know, he does his riposte.
That's interesting. Yeah, I do agree with that. Because I'm a big fan of his solo hosting on stage, and you are becoming like a consummate entertainer, if you will.
Yeah.
I like it where I'm just the host and not a comedian, because then people expect too much. Like Ryan always gets me all nervous because every single time I'm about to host, he's like, I can't wait for that stand-up monologue. I'm like, dude.
Is there even a monologue that you do in the beginning?
No, I just read info. I just try to read it in a way that I would want to consume it.
No, you had some material prep though. Like yesterday was the first time where I felt like I was like, oh, you came in hot with some jokes. Like some of those, unless that was all on the spot.
Like what?
Nothing but zingers?
Like. I don't remember which jokes. But
He's so good now that it feels like it's prepped, but it's.
I'll be impressed. Real talk. Did you have nothing prepared? No jokes. Nothing.
Whoa!
I wasn't there to...
Then that's more props to JK. Straight up. Like to.
Because that was all us, not him.
I do think this is some sort of training grounds. He comes back with a sharper sword. I'm impressed. So I'm giving y'all props.
Thank you.
You know that story that when you tell the story about how you guys first met, it's that dance battle on campus, right?
Yeah.
Has he come a long way since then?
Wait, have you guys talked about that story here?
Yeah. We've never heard it from you, which is what I would love to do.
Because from him, it's like this random guy comes up and fucking.
Wait,
And he's like, what the fuck? I'm just this innocent Chinese Vietnamese guy trying to find myself in the world. And this angry Korean guy comes out of fucking nowhere. What's your perspective?
Oh, I see. I see. This is great.
So what's the Mike Song version of that story?
Yeah, how did you guys meet at UC Irvine?
Okay, so at Irvine, there's a summer orientation for all the freshmen. And back in the day at UCI, it was 3 days, right? And
What year is this, by the way?
this is fucking 2004, summer of 04.
God.
Summer of 04.
Damn, 10 years ago.
Yeah, and we you have a choice to do a long one, and the long one, like, you go ham. You do this whole, like, it's like almost cult-esque in the best way, right? Everyone gets super close, emotions are high, everyone's hyped on going to college, and there's a dance to close it all off, right? And like, I'm going into UCI like obsessed. I was already dancing. I was like very obsessed with dance. I was like trying to connect with any other dancers. I was on Zanga looking at like incoming class of freshmen UCI and stalking Zangas like, who's a dancer? Who's a dancer? I'm trying to make dancer.
Is this post your performance at Collaboration already?
Yes.
For those of you who don't know, the viral video of this freaking guy, he's the other guy. He's this guy.
Giant dick.
Yeah.
Which was the move back in the day. Didn't age well.
I think it's time to bring it back. Anyway.
I might have even done it at orientation. But anyways, there was a dance and there was a circle, and I was like, oh snap, there's a circle, like I want to get down, right? And like I go to the circle, and when I go to the circle, I see this dude, like floppy hair, no gel in it. I think he already had like a UCI sweater. Super lanky and just like sea walking.
Repping his hood, they would say.
Repping his hood, right?
Buena Park.
Yeah, Buena Park. And so instantly I'm like, oh, I'm gonna call this fool out. This was whack. Because this was just like in high school, I loved just like, you know.
But was he actually whack, or did you just?
Oh, I was actually whack.
Hard to believe, but
well,
go on.
But I think it's important to know that I was also whack. We were all whack.
But you're probably the best two people there at that moment.
In that moment, yes, because he created the circle, so clearly.
How did you do that? Were you like, come on, everybody?
Or did you throw the lasso?
Do the Q-tip?
And mind you, it's UCI, so I'm imagining half of those kids are just nerdy Asians just standing there not knowing what the fuck is happening.
But actually, because it was kind of a cult-esque weekend, people are hype. It's like, I feel like they like massaged everyone to like basically their inhibitions are loose and everyone's like, I'm ready to leave home. I got new friends. I got these counselors that I trust, right?
And that's when Anthony strikes. Get him buttered up.
Crying. Oh, is he walking?
Yeah. Wipe those tears, everybody. Gather around. Start sea walking.
And so he's sea walking.
This is a dangerous combo.
I go in,
dude.
and so like he's sea walking, and I go in, and then like I think I might have even tapped you on your shoulder, which is also
You
like
mean
a
you
really
nearly broke my shoulder?
okay, which is also super whack. Like, why would I tap him on the shoulder and be like, hey, check this out? It was a really weird thing to check
this out, bro.
And so I tapped him.
You got served, bro.
Literally like
This was
that.
the era. That was the same year. that
Yeah,
US came out,
it
right?
just came out.
Everybody was serving everybody, dude. Nobody was safe out there.
No one was safe.
And so
And the exhibit was hot.
Do you say anything? You just
like I tap him on the shoulder, and then I just start getting down in his face, right? Getting down his face, and I'm like doing my
exactly
thing.
how he
right?
described
The story is exactly aligned.
I'm just doing my thing, right?
Did you look at his face as you were getting down? Was he like?
Yeah. Because I was just like, what is this? And I was like, boom. I was like, boom. And I was just like doing whatever I was doing, right? I don't even remember what his reaction was.
And you know this guy's face. When he's just resting, it's an angry
super
Korean face,
And
right?
especially at that age.
So
even
I
more
was like,
Korean.
oh shit.
Mike in the zone is a really cool thing. Yeah.
Eyebrows go anime, like, ink, right? I already have it.
Another animator starts drawing the cells. Yeah.
It's just ding. And so like I was going, and then like my shoe falls off on the dancing, right? And like I'm just used to like, you know, in high school and all battle, like people would take my hat or do something with it, and it's just like that's something that they could use. That's the prop for them and battle over. They fucking won, right? Wow. My shoe falls off, but I'm still like, I ain't phased. I'll like figure out a way to get it back.
Yeah.
But as I do that, sea walking guy comes in and like grabs my shoe, and as he goes in to grab my shoe, I'm thinking, oh shit, he's about to do something with my shoe, right? And so as he like goes down to grab it, I fucking kick it out of his hands, right?
Sick. Like that though?
Yeah, I did a Michael Jackson kick.
Because if you just kick it mad, that's like, oh dude, he's in his head. But if you kick it with a move, that's like, oh dude, this guy.
Billie Jean came on. It's a fucking shoe.
Who's exaggerating now?
No, right. He kicked it right when the song goes, a shoo.
He did a backflip kick, went in the crowd, got rid of it. Sorry, continue.
No, and so clearly we were both whacked because now I know that Anthony, to his account, was actually like gonna give it back to me. He was
Really gonna be a nice guy.
Well, I only know that for a fact because I also have never danced with a prop.
Oh, so you wouldn't have even thought of
Yeah, I wouldn't have known how to. You know what I mean? It's not like I would have had the skill to like pick it up and like, you know what I mean? So I genuinely.
That's a clear example of him bringing his past trauma into your guys' new relationship.
Yeah.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Hurt people hurt people.
Oh shit.
So then your shoe goes flying off.
So I kick it out of his hand, and then I don't know what happened after that, like to make it get broken up. Right? I don't know if it continued for a little longer because I don't think it immediately got broken up.
No. Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is 20 years ago now. I'm still talking about this stupid story.
It lives forever.
All right, 10 years ago. But Chris Stank was the one who like stopped it, right?
Wait, who's Chris Stank, dude? Who's that?
Oh, she's done.
Stank?
Yeah.
She's from his former. They wouldn't be teammates, but
Yeah, it's a sick name.
and she was one of the spot counselors, the orientation counselors.
That's a
And
sick.
she freaking she breaks it up like yo, you guys are doing it. And in my mind I'm like, yo, we're just getting started. Like I was like still so hyped, right?
Yeah, in my mind, I was looking like we're getting started, but I was like, thank you for saving me.
Here's your shoe.
I'm getting smoked, but I wanted it to look like there was friction. You know?
It's like that holding back, homie.
How do you do that? If someone holds you back in a dance, is as they're holding you back, your arms
Man, it's not
still
worth it,
waving?
man. It's not worth it.
I still got moves coming out. Like
Don't
that?
even do it. Don't you do it.
Those moves don't count.
Yeah. Like that?
Exactly.
There's a part
Exactly
2
like
to this story though. Did you guys tell him about the through the glass moment?
What are you talking?
No. No, we didn't.
No.
I don't know this.
Well,
Tell us this part.
So this is what sets the
contrary to your belief, I don't come on here and rag on you or anything like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Anthony's a gentleman.
He's a very
So
handsome.
this is where I first felt the true asshole inside of Anthony. Even though there's like a loving side to Ant. In that moment,
But
'cause I was the
know this,
asshole.
by this time in the circle, he really won that. So the score is 1-0.
And I'm only sharing this because clearly I was the aggressor in the circle. Okay, I'm admitting that I was the asshole in that moment, right? Because I didn't know. I was naive. I carried my trauma and I kicked it out of his hands, right?
Your gay trauma, yeah.
My
there's a lot of
high school
progress
battle
there.
trauma, right? And so after the dance, late night, it's like super late night, where all the counselors, everyone's like tighter than ever now, right? Everyone's sharing their stories. Even the wallflower that hasn't spoken all weekend is part of the circle, like talking. Everyone's in it, and we go on scavenger hunt. Perfect time to send us on a scavenger hunt, all the different halls, right? And we got to get shit from other halls. So I was in a different hall than Ant, right? And so like I go, and then
Did you get your shoe back at this point?
I got my shoe back.
I had to ask.
He's just running around with one shoe.
But I need to get something else from Anthony actually now on the scavenger hunt. And I open up, right? There's our door, and then I was gonna go to their door to get something, and then
we're sitting in a circle and we're talking.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
This is what happens. I was about to knock on their door. I leave because they're all going, and then Ant opens the door, right? Because I needed something from their hall. I'm like kind of far away from him though, right? And I'm like, oh, thank you. And then I tell him what we need from his hall. And then he goes, oh, okay, cool, yeah. And I was like, all right. And so I start walking over, and then he lets go of the door. and it slowly closes. And I'm like walking over, right? And I'm walking over.
That's Anthony, dude. That's our guy.
Slow closing doors. So I don't even think like that this guy is gonna do anything remotely asshole. We're in lovey-dovey mode. Everyone's friendly. What do you need for the scavenger hunt? Like, yeah, right? Community vibes, right? I'm walking over and it times out like a fucking movie. Like I go up the stairs because I'm like, oh shit, maybe he's gonna like hold the door, right? And then it just closes. And I swear to God, I'm like right here and it closes. And he's right behind the glass door and we're just looking at each other and he's like, and I'm like,
You're just staring at him?
yeah, like through the glass.
Our whole hall's still right there. It was clearly a joke.
Oh.
It wasn't like fuck this guy, but it was like fuck you for earlier.
And in that moment, it was truly just like we just had the acknowledgement. No other, like, we didn't talk to each other ever again until we ran into each other at Welcome Week, and it was like,
Were you guys just breathing on the glass and there's just steam?
Did you turn around and walk away?
No, what it really was is my hall, which was sitting. I got up because it was like, oh, it's that guy from earlier. So I get up because he knocks on the door. I go over there once he's farther away. I open it. I'm like, oh yeah, come by. And then with them all still watching this entire interaction, I let it go. And then right when he gets there and he can't open it, and I'm looking at it, my hall's laughing.
That's better than winning the dance battle.
what to say? He got the last laugh. He got the last laugh.
Especially.
If you had a quote like as it's closing, if you're like, Anthony never forgives.
Just in the third person.
Yeah, Anthony.
Mike's like, who's that?
I can't hear what he said.
Who's that? Open the door.
Yeah, what the fuck? My name's Mike.
You win the battle, but I win the wall.
And I closed the door.
When's your guys' first moment of like friendship then after that? Was that the moment where you're like,
No, so we were enemies because I was like, oh, fuck this guy. But like I had shared earlier, I was so desperate to find dancer friends. I didn't have that many dancer friends in high school. So me calling out people, honestly, I was trying to find other dancers. This is my like childhood trauma, right? I was like, I want to find people that love dance. I had no people, I didn't find homies that loved it. I would show it to my friends and they'd just like watch it for 5 seconds and be like,
Cool. Nice. Whatever.
so when I see him at Welcome Week, I'm like, dude, this guy's a dancer.
Hopefully he still likes dance after what you did to him.
But it doesn't even register. That interaction, like what really happened in the interaction, I don't even view myself as an aggressor or nothing. I'm just like, oh, we had a battle, like, cool.
Yeah.
But he did something mean afterwards.
Yeah. Right.
You know?
Yeah.
But I went up to him afterwards because I was still like, there's a dancer and I'm trying to freaking dance with people. And so
I like that MC walking qualified.
How come you never told that part of the story? That part's even funnier.
Dude, first of all, I don't want to just, without Mike here, talk about how I won the war. That would
That
be
was our
so,
narrative. That was Joe's spin to it.
you know what I mean? And honestly, sometimes I put that in the back of my head. Save it for a rainy day. You know what I mean?
It's trivia. It's a deleted scene.
Spirits are low.
that's my asshole Anthony story. It's the good sandwich of like, he's an asshole, but he's a smart asshole.
That's a very.
So at
Anthony
what
move.
point changed your like view of like, I want to be friends with this guy? Was it just because like there were no other dancers and you guys?
It was just that. It was literally in the
you would see him dance.
In the beginning, I was like, fucking, I need homies that dance, and I'm like down to just like still chat, and then we chatted, and we're like,
Just naturally, organically.
oh fuck, it's natural, and then we just chill in, and then he wasn't like really serious about dancing yet. He was just like, I dance, and so I felt like I was also kind of like, dude, let's fucking do this, let's do that, let's do that, and then I was just like super hype, and then he'd be like,
So there was never a point where you actually were like, why'd you close the door on me? And you guys had to address it. And
no, like I feel like I didn't even that only circle. I feel like we like that resurfaced later.
Yeah.
Like we kind of forgot that happened,
For
and then
sure.
when we
That's so funny.
we're like, oh yeah.
You're like, oh wait, we did do that.
And I think when we recounted even the door part,
Yeah.
I didn't put 2 and 2 together like it was.
you didn't look at that as round 2 of the fight.
I was more just like, I was like, wait, you're the guy I closed the door on? Like I didn't even process.
So you just want to bully some poor regular Korean?
Yeah, you just doing that to every Korean.
Yeah. Any Korean, he's like, oh.
I didn't know it was you. I thought another Korean.
Emotional trauma. Something happened to me. I needed to do it back to the whole nation.
You gotta get him, dude. You gotta get him.
I deserved it. I deserved that.
I don't think you did. I think it was a great.
Really strong foundation for a long-lasting friendship, though. I think.
But then there was a thing called Casa Dance Off, which is like basically all like the Korean American student associations of like the different schools.
Yeah.
They have like their freshmen go to a club one night, and then you got served Battle It Out.
It's all the UCs.
Mainly UCs,
Yeah,
but there was a
mostly
couple
UCs,
other,
yeah, cool.
like USC was probably there, UCLA. It's basically like all Cal, all UC,
yeah.
but yeah. So there was a Korean one for freshmen, and then like Mike said, he just wanted to fucking get dancers down and stuff, and he knew Victor was a sick b-boy, and I was hanging out with Victor.
How were you hanging out with Victor, by the way?
Because me and Victor also met that same weekend at that spot orientation.
But the crazy thing is, I never met Victor that weekend.
What? You didn't even meet him?
Yeah.
And so he got down in the circle too. Oh, he probably made the circle then.
See? Why would I walk my way and make a circle?
Piecing it together.
For sure,
2004, I see more people gathering over a sea-walking Chinese guy.
but it's Victor. So the way I met Victor was I came late for the orientation, so like this one staffer had to wait behind while everybody went to the hall to go like eat or whatever, right? So then I came in late, and then there was only one other dude who also came in late, and that was Victor.
Mike Elise. Oh, Victor.
So Victor comes in late, and then I'm wearing a fucking Taking Back Sunday t-shirt.
He loves that.
And Victor loved Taking Back Sunday, right? So he's like, you listen to Taking Back Sunday? And I was like, I do. He's like, I love Taking Back Sunday. So I was like, cool. So we got cool real fast, but I didn't know he was a sick ass b-boy, right? So then later on, Mike finds out he's a sick ass b-boy, and then this freshman dance-off thing happens. So he's like, yo, you got to get down for Casa freshman dance-off. But I was hanging with Victor, so he's like, you should do it too. But I didn't fucking ever do choreo before, anything like that. But I was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna be rolling with these two sick ass dudes.
That's pretty
down.
sick.
And then because we went through this whole like, and it's so funny because I think we were so cocky the whole time. We're like, yeah, we're gonna smoke these other schools. But then we got our asses whooped.
Oh, you guys didn't win?
Yeah, we got UCLA got destroyed.
They got good dancers over there at the time?
They had better coaches.
Yeah, it's all about the coaches. But the thing is, like, I think it's also one of those when you go through like trauma with people, you bond.
Yeah,
even
that's
more.
true. Yeah, you
So
have
I
to
think
lose.
because that was like our first true core experience. After that, it was like ride or die, basically.
That's sick.
You guys lost a lot together.
A lot, yeah. Thank you, Joe.
Because eventually he stopped sea walking for the shows.
Somehow, still all ended up at this shithole, huh?